Manahona everybody, that means good afternoon everybody or good morning everybody. I am Sakina and I'm from Madagascar. I'm in Madagascar because I came on a mission in 2013 for Operation Smile and I decided to stay here for 3 years and I teach here now, which is exciting. But luckily for me, I brought some of South Africa's textbooks with me when I came over. And yeah, today we're going to be discussing defining minerals. And I thought a nice way to discuss defining minerals, depending on where you are, is that there are so many different types of ways in which we can define the minerals. And because I'm in Madagascar and it's known as the poorest country in the world, I do not have all the equipment in which to illustrate this to my class. However, there is a method of hand sorting that I will be showing you today, but depending on where you are and what equipment you have available to yourself, you can use that in your class in which you want to do. You can even go in depth at a higher level with a higher understanding and show them the process of electrolysis in the way we separate minerals on like a more refined, a more concentrated level. I will be showing you hand sorting today. However, I would like to touch on and just briefly explain the other methods of sorting in rock refinement. Sorting by hand is not a very effective method in which you can separate rocks from each other because it is time consuming and it won't work on an industrial level like to produce a lot of minerals at a fast paced rate. However, it is cheap and it's easy, and if you have the workforce it also creates jobs for people, but this is obviously for small containment of rock refinement. You can also use the method of magnetic separation. This is in which you can separate metal with iron properties so they can like be attracted to the magnet and you can leave all the debris behind. This can work either on a manual basis or you can have a machine in which rocks are just sifted through and then the magnet pulls out the good things that they want and drops it into one container and all the debris goes into another container. Another type of separation is density separation, and this is one of the first methods used for gold mining and it's called panning. It's when you put water in a solution and you mix it up and then you let it settle and the densest things will sink and the other minerals or other debris, depending on what you're looking for, will rise to the top, and that's where you can easily separate the top from the bottom. When I say this goes with a density, it's the floating method, and this is when you want to use the top minerals, what you're looking for, and the mixture of minerals with water is called the slurry, and it's also almost like watery mud, and that's the ones that you want. And the bottom, the debris will sink, and then that's the ones that you won't use and you'll discard them and then keep the minerals at the top. You can also go into more methods in which you can discuss the refining of iron specifically and separating of like smaller particles, but for today's exercise I will be showing you hand sorting and how I'm going to sort out this mixture of minerals. So in here it contains blue and light pink minerals, and I will be using this and I will separate it into blue and pink instead of blue and pink together. And for this exercise purposes, I'm going to say I want to keep the blue minerals and the pink minerals is the debris. So let's get to it. Okay, so now I'm going to be throwing all the minerals over here. And I believe I said I want to keep the blue and discard of the pink. I'm going to use the stick to separate because I don't want to be in the photograph, in the video. If you want to show this to your classroom, if need be, I will be using my hands, but that will just be my hands and I won't be in the way. So for the sake of this, I'm going to separate all the pink ones and I'll put all the turquoise ones over there on that side. Pink one. So as you can see, it's a very time consuming process, and that's why it's not recommended for industrial use. But now I will speed up this process with the time lapse and the power of editing and play some background music. And that's how I separated my minerals. So this is how I refined my minerals. I hope you enjoyed the way I'm presenting it in my classroom, and I'm excited to hear feedback on how you presented your classrooms and our research paper, and we will talk soon. So velume!